Welcome back, everybody. Today we are back here with some more jiu-jitsu commentary. I'm really excited for this one today. Don't click off the video. Let's get to it. All right, everyone. Thank you so much, as always, for tuning in and watching this video. This is a new role that I just had with my professor, Rodrigo Cabral. Rodrigo Cabral is a Brazilian jiu-jitsu 4th degree black belt, a beast overall, just amazing competitor, amazing teacher, amazing guy on and off the mats, and just a great experience for me to be able to share the mats with him every day. And he's really changed my jiu-jitsu life and my life in general, so a lot of thanks to him, and I hope you guys can enjoy this really fun roll between the two of us. Here's me now on bottom playing some X guard, or actually K guard entry to the outside ashigurami, trying to play with this leg lock entry here. And if you guys are going to notice throughout this entire video, my professor is very good at defending the legs. We've now trained together for quite a while. I started training late 2015, early 2016 with him, and ever since he's really been working on the leg locks even since then. So that was pretty early, before a lot of people were working leg locks. He was already working on how to defend them and developing strategies. So that kind of goes into play on why you see Cody, Andrew, and I in competition working a lot of leg lock and leg lock defenses because of this guy right here. So as you can tell, I hit a nice little sweep to top position using the leg locks, but he's able to pass my leg to the outside and fight right back to top positioning here. And as you can see, that pressure that he's putting forward is pretty immense. If you've ever had the chance to train or compete against my professor, it just feels like you're underneath a sack of bricks the entire time. The weight and the pressure he could put on you is just insane. From here, I'm able to hit a wader sweep entrance where I'm able to scoop both legs and invert underneath, getting his hips above my shoulders. Notice how I have a grip there below his ankle. He's controlling my wrist, trying to bring his foot to the outside, but barely I'm able to cling on and prevent him from passing his foot. And by grabbing my shin there, I'm able to retain position. I was trying to spin back and face and turn it into that back escape where you have both feet behind the hamstrings, kind of like a crab ride, but he was able to turn and face before I got fully to his hips, and now we are here back inside the guard. I'm looking for a 2-on-1 here, a wrist control and an elbow control. Now working for a double wrist control, but I'm trying to use that grip to offset his waist and maybe wrestle up on that leg that I'm controlling with my reverse and regular De La Riva guard. He's able to just stay with a nice base, hand fight, get his hand back free, and work back into the center. We're now changing onto the opposite side where he's working to pass and get some guard passes from this side, and I'm looking for that 2-on-1 control from bottom here. Also, before we get too deep into the video, I'd like to give a huge shout out to Gold Town MMA. They're a great YouTube channel that you guys need to check out. They provided this footage for me. He's been coming in and doing a lot of recording of our rounds, and I really appreciate him, so thank you so much. And back to the roll here. I hit a decent deep half guard entrance to almost to the back there, and he was able to put his hips down to the floor and protect against me getting an underhook by now crowding my hips and even getting his hips over my shoulders. I almost changed it into a single leg X guard there as we recenter, but not a whole lot happens. I'm able to reset back into my guard, prevent him from getting a guard pass, and he's able to prevent that sweep. Now he's doing a good job at controlling my ankles. He actually looked for the front head there. And to be honest, I'm not sure why exactly he let it go. I think that could have been a good opportunity for him to use that front head to get into a pass, but maybe he just felt like I was defending already. I have a little bit of an underhook here on his leg, trying to bump him forward with my outside knee, trying to get his weight going above my head. If I can get both of his hands posted above my head, that makes his legs much lighter and makes it easier for me to wrestle up to top positioning. But from here, he keeps stepping with his outside leg more towards my head and centering his hips up to me, to where it makes it harder for me to wrestle up. So I change back to hand fighting, looking back for these collar ties. He looks for a body lock there, which he nearly got, but I was barely able to wedge my left knee in between us as a knee shield and work back to that 2-on-1 control. I used the 2-on-1 to change to a shin guard to try to punch my leg through into a single leg X, but I ended up changing to the outside leg because he defended. And now I am here back in my open guard, looking for some De La Riva guard. As he now starts settling his hips down, I change back into my half guard. If you've watched some of my matches in the past or even some of my rolls, I really like half guard and I play it a lot, so that's where you'll see my default guard, and a lot of the time I always change back to half guard when I feel uncomfortable or just want to get back to my A game. So now I'm trying to use those frames to keep Professor away, but he settles into my hips. As he settles into my hips, I hit a little wiggle wiggle to offset his base and use my frames to get my knee back in. I actually have a demonstration of this on my YouTube under YouTube Shorts that you can check out, using that wiggle wiggle to offset your opponent's base whenever they start to drop in for that body lock. So that's a good one. I'd recommend you guys check out. Now I'm back here inside my open guard. I'm looking for these leg entanglements, but I'm able to use those cross frames. Notice how I use that frame to constantly reset back to center. Those frames are essential against him because he's so good at getting into my hips, and when he does, I just can't seem to get him off of me. Like I said, he feels like a sack of bricks on top of you, so it's important when those guys have really good pressure that you make sure you keep them away from your hips at all costs, using those frames, using your knees to the inside, and just maintaining that distance. I go for a Kimura here on that 2-on-1 control. I go for it one more time and use my foot to wedge to the inside. Using that, I can enter into this K-guard entrance and hike his leg up on top of my shoulder. By hiking his leg up on top of my shoulder, I actually have a pretty good entrance into the legs where I can either change to 50-50, I could change back to X guard. It's a good position, but he does this one escape here coming up where he wedges his outside knee in behind my butt. When he does that, he uses that to strip out his inside leg and almost change to a leg drag. I'm able to barely center back up, but it's a really nifty escape that I haven't quite figured out how to stop yet. So whenever I do, I'll make sure to put it up on the channel, but for right now, that's a really cool escape that he uses. And that's pretty much the end of the video for today, guys. So I end up getting this last leg entrance, and that's where it shuts off. So thanks for watching, everyone. That's a wrap for today. Sorry it was a short one, but I had a lot of fun out there on the mats, and I hope you guys enjoyed the commentary and me highlighting some of the key details that I felt that were important in the role. You look forward to seeing more of Professor Rodrigo Cabral on the channel and some of my roles throughout the gym. Looking forward to this weekend's ADCC West Coast Trials. So if you guys are there and you guys see me, make sure to come up. I'd love to meet y'all. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video. Thank you so much. Make sure to subscribe and like the video if you want more content just like this. So thank you, everybody. God bless. I'll see you guys next time, and have fun out on the mats.